Hey guys, so today we tackled a closet in an existing dormer. He didn't have any other closet space in his room, so he wanted me to build him a built-in closet. This is approximately a 10 by 11 area. It was a pretty easy install. We had the wall running parallel with our drop beam, and as far as that goes, it's pretty easy. We also tackled the electrical side, not really something I get into, but we did that, so I was happy how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. So what we're doing here, we're measuring here for the wall that we want to run across. We have a bump out there, so we measured across to the other wall on the other side of the hallway. And I know my existing wall, I want it to be flush with the wall that's there. So I have a 4.5 inch wall, 1.5 inch drywall, inch for drywall, be a half inch on either side, and a 3.5 inch wall plate. So what I'm doing there is I'm just marking it off. I need to trim my base back so I can install the new base flush so it doesn't look like it's start and stop. I have the base, I'm cutting it back now. So what I'm doing here, I have pretty much everything marked off. I have the base cut. I'm marking off for my bottom plate. I have the carpet cut out because like I said, I wanted to put my bottom plate down on the subfloor. Some people, I guess, well, they would just, I've seen landlords just put the carpet underneath their bottom plate, and they just nail the bottom plate through the carpet. I think it does a horrible job when somebody wants to replace the carpet later down the road. It's horrible to get out. So we had cut the carpet away and the underlayment for the carpet. So what I'm doing there is I'm just marking it off. I marked it off 53 for the existing wall, and then I went a 1/2 inch for my drywall so that my drywall is flush with the wall that's there. So I go 53.5 for my wall plate, and then a 1/2 inch for my drywall. So I'm just snapping that line there for my bottom plate. 1/2 inch back from our corner again, same thing. As you can see, I'm marking it off for the drywall there. Like I said, I was saying the 1/2 inch so I can have my drywall flush. So I'm marking off, as you can see here, I marked off for my bottom plate. You want to check that your plates are decently straight before you nail them down. As you can see, I eyed that one up and I set it aside because the other one was a little straighter. So I have these plates nailed to my line, and I am going to install the top plate level with plumb with this one. I did make one mistake on there. I cut out the carpet where the door should be, so I have to cut that patch in later when I install my door, because when you open up the door, you don't want to have a spot where you look down and you don't see anything except subfloor. I did make the mistake because when I installed my bottom plate, you kind of forget, you're cutting out the bottom plate later when you're going in there. If you make that mistake, it's pretty easy. So here I'm just marking off for the top plate. I have the 1/2 inch back, and I'm just snapping my line for the top plate. Pretty easy, pretty simple, straightforward stuff.
Is this all that you dreamed it'd be? Ending up here, ending up with me. You could have gone.
So unfortunately on this, I didn't really get any pictures of me installing the studs. So I have, just an end product here, just showing you guys a little bit of what it looks like. I would have liked to get more clips of the actual installation of it, but I did not get to that. I do have the door install here where I'd like to show you guys a little bit how to install interior doors. They are not hard to install. He did come back later and say that he wants a left-hand in swing, and I had installed a right-hand in swing. So he wanted it to swing towards the wall. This one here, it swings away. I think this one looks better because when you open up the door, the light switch is on the same side as the door. So if I do install the left hand, I'll probably have to install the light switch the other side. Otherwise, it's just not ambidextrous enough.
I dream in color, you're black and white, and I prefer the country to your city life.
So here I'm installing the door. As you can see, I'm just checking for my gap. I want to have a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on the other side so that my drywall is flush when I put my casing on. I'm just adjusting the door there as it needs to be. I have the piece of carpet that I had cut out. I had put the carpet on the bottom there just to see how it looked. So I took it back out there because it was in my way of my door jamb. So right now I'm going to go ahead and install the door. For the door installs, I like to start with the top hinge side, whatever side the hinge is. I always shim out the very first top one. This is how I was always taught. I think it works easiest. So you basically just want to make sure you have your gaps evened out about the same on either side. So if this gap on the one side is a 1/2 inch, you want to make sure you have about a 1/2 inch on the other side. So there you can see I'm measuring for a 1/2 inch for my drywall, and I'm going ahead and shimming it there. I just want to shim that out to be about even on both sides, hold it where it needs to be, and I just tack it in place there with an 18 gauge nail. The next step here would be just to make sure check my reveal, see how that looks. You can go ahead and just jump to your bottom hinge now. That would adjust your reveal. If the reveal needs to come up, you just shim the bottom out more. So here I'm adjusting it more because the top is not quite right. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack that there.
Is this all that you dreamed it'd be? Ending up here, ending up with me. Well, you could have gone anywhere, been anyone. Well, you stole my heart like a thief on the run. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a
So here I am installing my shim on my bottom. You can see I'm measuring again for the 1/2 inch for drywall. I just want to shim it out so that my reveal is right. So you don't really know when you install those shims on the bottom, you can't just go flush with the top. You have to make sure you check your reveal before you nail anything fast. So that looks pretty good there. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and nail that. My reveal looks pretty dead on. Like I said before, it's a pretty easy process. The only thing that is a problem here is that the door is not the right door. So even though I'm installing this door here, I'm gonna have to take it all back out and redo it.
dream in color, you're black and white. And I prefer the country to your city lights. But we made our bed and it feels just right. So I'll stay here with you for the rest of my nights. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful, darling, beautiful, with you here next to me. Oh, it's beautiful, the life that we've made here. Oh, it's beautiful, and I don't want to take it for granted. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me. Now we're building bridges as far as the eye color, you're black and white. And I prefer the country to your city lights. But we made our bed and it feels just right. So I'll stay here with you for the rest of my nights. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful? Darling, beautiful. With you here next to me. Oh, it's beautiful, the life that we've made here. Oh, it's beautiful, and I don't wanna take it for granted. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me. Now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close.
You can see here, I'm pretty much wrapped up at the door. I'm just double checking the drywall, so everything looks good. The center, I want the same as the top and the bottom. Just tacking that in place. Just want to double check the door then. Just close it, make sure the top doesn't have any gap, and everything looks good, so that's your door.